Thank you for joining me for some Wednesday breathing. I wish that I was doing this live, because then I would be like, okay, everybody take your, whatever you're watching, your phones or your iPad or your computer, whatever you're watching, and go outside. It is gorgeous out here. There's a nice breeze. It reminds me of being at the beach. It's a very clean breeze and it's so nice out here. So if you can, get outside just for a few minutes, and again, get outside and maybe take off your shoes and walk around in the dirt, on your grass, get some grounding going on. I was listening to Todd Durkin's podcast, and he has Dr. Heidi Hannah on, and she's a brain expert, and she was talking about how the quarantine and how COVID-19 is affecting people's brains. And of course we know anxiety has gone through the roof, resilience has gone down, but she also said that loneliness is like the number one thing right now, and it makes so much sense. And because you think of loneliness of somebody being by themselves, but there's different kinds of loneliness. And I think of the parent that all of a sudden their kids are at home, and yes, it's a challenge and it's wonderful to have them home, and it's been interesting to figure out how to homeschool them, that sort of thing, but also it can be very isolating and then very lonely for that adult. Or there's all different kinds of loneliness, or maybe you really are alone and you have been alone. So I want to encourage you that that you may be physically alone, but mentally and emotionally, spiritually, you are not alone. There are so many of us out here that get it, that understand what you're going through. The depression may be getting deeper. Your confusion may be getting worse, especially as things start to change and people start to come out. It's like, you were doing so good with being out in public, and then everything happened, and now it's like, how do you get over that social anxiety to get back out there? So again, just know that you are not alone, and know that there are resources out there. I've got some resources down in the description down below. But also, again, reach out, use your plan of action like I talked about on Sunday. Talk to your support system. Talk to maybe a family member or a friend. Reach out to your counselor or your psychiatrist. Reach out to a doctor. Maybe your medication's off. So I just want to encourage you that you are not. I wanted to encourage you that you are not alone, and that loneliness feeling, it is valid. It may be feeling like you need to push it down, or it may be shaming. It is valid and it is real, and know that you are not the only one. All right? So let's do a little bit of breathing. Get your mind clear, get your mind right, get your body moving a little bit. Actually, let's go ahead and start with just a little bit of movement from side to side. And again, I encourage you to do as much movement as you can. We're sharpening that sword, sharpening that mental sword, sharpening that body, so that when we start to get out into the real world again, you're more prepared. It's easier to get back into things. The anxiety, if it comes on, the panic attacks, you can be like, okay, I know my breathing. I know if I move that I'll be brought back to the present, and I know that I can talk myself down out of this. So just tapping it a little bit from side to side right here. And then maybe let's get a little bit of a hamstring. So getting those heels up to those glutes just a little bit. And I've got Zeke here today. And I would let him go, but we've got the protected cactus over here, so just in case, because there's lots of rabbits out here too. So just moving that. And now maybe moving that torso, getting a little bit of a twist in here. Good. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up towards the sky. And then exhale and press that. And inhale and sweep that up. And exhale and press that. And inhale and sweep it up. Let's bring our palms together and drop our hands down in front of our hearts. And then maybe lifting that head back up center. Maybe rolling out that neck, doing some nice half circles. Again, if that's available to you. And as you are doing this, I don't know about you, but Wednesdays, I can feel Wednesdays. I can feel that they're the midway, because I felt really good on Monday, and then by Wednesday things start to get tight or tired. But recognizing what's going on, feeling maybe a little bit of tightness anywhere, lift that head up center. Let's go and drop one ear towards one shoulder. Good. And then drop other ear towards the shoulder. And bring that back to center. And let's look over to one side. Think about that chin going all the way over. And then looking over the other side, chin going all the way over. Good. And I wanted to share with you a scripture from today. And I know if you've been in church your whole life, or if you've been in church half your life, Mark 12:28 through 34, people are asking Jesus, what is the great commandment, which is the most important commandment? And Jesus says to love God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, with all of your mind, and with all of your strength. So yeah, we grew up like singing the little songs, doing the little moves, all that stuff, and I know this by heart, but I wanted to make sure that I got like the heart, the soul, the mind, and the strength. And as I was reading through that, I was like, we get it, the heart, the mind, the soul. So yes, all of that makes sense when we're talking about loving God and being in communion with God. But then strength. Okay, so strength, when I think of strength, coach mind, I think physical strength. I think like, okay, so how do I love God with my physical strength? And that means like loving God with my strength means taking care of my house, taking care of what is holding my mind and my soul and my heart. And then there's that question of, well, how do I take care of my body if I'm sick, or if I am in like pain all of the time, or if I have chronic fatigue, or if I'm in an adrenal flare-up? I can't move. How do I take care of my body? And maybe you can't exercise, but take care of the basics. So what would the basics be? Stay hydrated. Not with soda, not with fruit drinks, not with Propel or anything like. Stay hydrated with water. Maybe some lemon water. Maybe some orange squeeze into the water. If you like the cucumber, that sort of thing. Stay hydrated with water. Allow your body to just to soak that in. I love to I have this little bottle of electrolytes that I get from Amazon, and I use it backpacking. Last year it was amazing for me, and I was like, I need to use this all the time. And so in my water, I put about 15 to 20 drops of, it tastes like salt a little bit, so it makes my water taste a little lemony salty, and it's amazing. It is wonderful, and it gives me, it keeps me hydrated, and it gives me a little bit of a boost of energy. I was really impressed by it. But then, okay, so taking care of your house, the thing that's holding your mind, your heart, and your soul, and the basics, getting hydrated, eating clean whenever you can. And I know when you are struggling with depression, and when you're struggling with anxiety, and when you are in a flare-up of chronic fatigue, or you're in a flare-up of adrenal fatigue, the last thing that you want really is, give me some celery, give me some broccoli. Your body is craving simple carbohydrates. Your body is craving sugar, basically. And so I remember when I was going through the adrenal fatigue, I had to completely focus on eating my bone broth, making my bone broth, doing little things like that, making sure that I was getting myself the real nutrition, because my body wanted candy. My body, and those things, yeah, they taste good for the moment, and you feel like your body's craving it, but it crashes. And you know this, you guys have felt this. So eating as clean as you can whenever you can. So that's another part of taking care of your house. And then the next part is take a shower. I know during, when I was having trouble, even when I get depressed sometimes, it's difficult to be like, I'm not going anywhere, why do I need to take a shower? It's good for your body, but it's also a pre-COVID routine. And again, it's a pre-COVID healthy routine. And so that's bringing that a little bit in. It's not only good for your body, it's good for your mind. It brings you back. It can be a centering thing. And then move what you can when you can. So maybe you can get up and maybe you can walk to your front door today and then walk back to your couch or walk back to your bed or walk back to wherever you need to be. Or maybe walk out of your house and sit down in a chair and maybe face the sun for 2 minutes. So move what you can when you can. So that's the way that we take care of our house. That's loving God with all of our strength. And even if all of your strength is keeping yourself hydrated, eating clean when you can, taking your shower, and moving a little bit, that is perfect. So encouraging you with that today as well. It was a great encouragement to me, and it reminded me it took me back to when I was flat on my back for months, looking up at that ceiling fan and being like, I can't move, and when I do move, I hate it, and when I do take a shower, I can't even stand. I remember having to sit on the side of the tub as I'm taking a shower because the hot water was too much, even cool water. So know that, again, that you are not alone, and just a little bit, and it will get better. You will get through this quarantine, and you will get to the other side of whatever flare-up you're in right now. Just continue to do a little bit of moving forward. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. So let's do a few more breathing exercises. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up towards the sky. Let's go and clasp our hands, palms facing the sky, and go ahead and take that a little bit from side to side and really lengthen here. So give your torso a nice big lengthening. Imagine that you're taking each rib apart. So now your lungs are super long, your belly's super long, you're lengthening through that torso. Good, and then gently release that down. Nice. Inhale and sweep that up. And exhale and press that down. And inhale and lift that up. And exhale and press that down. Good. Maybe take those arms a little bit from side to side. Maybe roll that out. Maybe rolling your shoulders out. Good. And if you need more breathing today, there's lots of breathing. Or if you need to do a meditation, I'll have a meditation either tomorrow or Friday, but there's last week's meditation or the week before. If you need to do some more breathing. And I also threw on a yoga class this morning, so you can do that, do a little bit of movement, a little bit of breathing, and it's only 20 minutes. Do 5 if you can, just at the beginning or just at the end if you need to do a little bit of relaxation. Again, there's tons of resources out there, lots of resources in the description down below, and reach out. Use your plan of action. Use your breathing. Use your movement. Reach out to friends and family. Reach out to those people that you wrote on your list. So remember that you are not alone. You are seen. You are heard. You are valuable. You are important. You have a voice, and you have a choice. Remembering, if you feel out of control today, you can't control what's going on around you. You can't control what others do, how others react, what others are saying. But you can control how you respond. You can control what you're putting into your body and into your mind and into your spirit. So I encourage you, take control of those things today. All right, see you later, guys. Next time.